Welcome back to Coding with Zach. In this tutorial, we are going to walk through using some methods to create objects and then moving those moving those objects, around in Java. You should have it installed. We went through that in the last tutorial, but if not, go ahead and check that one out. The first thing you're going to want to do after you start Java is go up to Edit and then Preferences, and go ahead and point Java towards whatever classes you are using in your development. In CISC 190, they are available on Blackboard. So you're going to go ahead and download those and then point it towards book classes. But if you're in some other class, or if you're using other classes, just go ahead and point it towards that folder. That way it can know where the recipes are to make each of the objects, or the methods are to make the object. Other things that are nice are to turn on the show line numbers. It's nice for debugging. And then if you are blind like me, you can pump up the font a little bit, which makes it so much easier to read. So yeah, the first thing we're probably going to want to do is go ahead and create a new file. So I go new class, we're going to call this demo, and we're going to go include main method. And then, bam, we have a really cool new Java file. You're going to want to put most of your code in the main method at this point. So the first thing we'll probably want to do is make a world. You're going to basically call the class that you want to make. So in this case, world. You're going to give it a name. We're going to call this Tortuga. And then we're going to say new world, and then specify our parameters. We're going to make an 800 by 800 world, and then we're also going to make a turtle. His name is going to be Donatello. He is one of the first people that are going to be in our world, so it makes sense that he'd be one of the Ninja Turtles. So we're going to put him at 400, 400. Obviously, when you make a new object, you have to tell Java where to put that object. Otherwise, Donatello will be an orphan turtle. So we're going to put him right in the middle of the world, and then you actually have to tell it what object we're going to put him in. So we're going to put Donatello inside of the Tortuga object. We're going to go ahead and compile that. We're going to have to save it, and then we are going to run it, hopefully. First, you need to learn how to spell, though. That is the main thing that you're going to want to do. So boom, there we go. We have this world, Tortuga, it's 800 by 800, and then we have our cool little turtle, Donatello. So we'll go ahead and make Donatello do some fun stuff using a method. First thing you want to do is tell Java what object you want to call the method on. So in this case, Donatello. Then we'll put a period, and then we'll give it the method that we want to use, which in this case is going to be forward. And then we need to tell it how forward we want him to go. We'll say 50. And then we'll go ahead and have Donatello turn right. Go another, let's say like 80. And yeah, that should be good. We don't want to tire out our turtle. Maybe have him go forward again, actually. Why not? We'll have him go forward 50. We'll compile that again. And, it's important not to supply arguments when a method doesn't take an argument. For example, turn right is obviously going to be a 90-degree turn, so you don't need to tell Java that it's going to be a 90-degree turn. It just assumes that it is. So we had him go forward, we had him turn right, and then we had him go forward again. That brings up an interesting point about methods, whether or not they take parameters. The nice thing in Java is that it won't compile and then crash. Like some other languages, it will throw an error while it tries to compile. And usually the error is fairly descriptive. Let's try and get the error again. So error method turn right in class simple turtle cannot be applied to given types. Required no arguments found integer. So it's telling me that I'm trying to give integer arguments to this method, but it doesn't take any arguments. One nice thing too is it says line 12. Since we turned on the line numbers, we know what line 12 is. So that's pretty rocking. But yeah, that's pretty much how you're going to make objects inside of Java and then use some methods to move around. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In our next video, we are going to go over how to make our own methods that do cool stuff. So we'll see you next time.